Where do we come from?
You feeling okay? We've been traveling all over lately, so maybe you've come down with something. That's it. We're getting Baiu to check you over. Baiu isn't in his shop.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiu. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on through.
To an end. Even time itself.
Traveler, Paimon, welcome. What can I do for you?
It's the Traveler. She looks absolutely beat these days. She has these huge dark, and she keeps spacing out. You have to call her name several times before she snaps out of it. What do you think it is? Is she sick?
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted, this is the first time you've come to me with a health complaint. Come, let me take a look at you.
Okay, Paimon does not like that expression, Baiu. It's not serious, is it?
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, Traveler. In theory, your energy level should reflect that. You should be feeling right as rain. hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, it likely means your situation is more complicated. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But afflictions of a non-physical nature, they fall outside a doctor's realm of expertise.
Huh? What do you mean, non-physical nature?
Curses, dark magic, it's hard to say. It could just as easily be a simple case of mental fatigue. Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues to your condition are sure to reveal themselves in time. Once we know the root cause, we can administer the right treatment. In the meantime, Changsheng and I will review the relevant literature for afflictions that present with mental fatigue.
Oh, must be a rare condition if not even Baiu and Changsheng have seen it before. Well, all we can do is take their advice. You look like you're about to collapse anyway. Just get some rest. Paimon will be right here by your side. Fingers crossed you'll be all better when you wake up. Traveler! Rise and shine! Time to wake up! For once, you're making Paimon look like an early riser. It's already afternoon. Hopefully all that sleep did you some good. Feeling any better? A cut? What? Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? All right, let Paimon take a look. Nope, nothing there. Wait, okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that... What? So, in this dream, you were trapped in a weird place with thick fog Oh. Okay, well, that's a new one. Are you but then again, you woke up then? It's decided. Or, oh.
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved. The mind...
Ah! What the... Wait, right! What are you doing here? The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? The child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmin Restaurant of all places? You came here looking...
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose. You. I'll take a glass of wine.
Hmm? Oh, of course! Coming right... We make this one in-house. It's not too strong.
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tigerfish over here.
Coming right up. Ah, if I knew we'd be this busy.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. Trust me or not, if you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of a...
Neither of those things sound good. Well, should we try... She mentioned an abyssal Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is scaring, Paimon. Definitely something we should fix sooner rather than later. Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Giles told us, she doesn't seem evil, at least.
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well, have you made up your mind?
So, that's all we know, Mister.
So, you couldn't disperse before. I understand. Come find me in the Baiu plants when you're done here. Oh, and...
okay. Huh? She disappeared.
Wait, hold on. You overpaid. Here's your...
No, this includes the drink, so...
I didn't think you two were meant.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with it.
You sure?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucination?
Seeing things. Wait, so neither of you know?
Oh, now you mention it. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. Oh, this whole situation is giving Paimon the creeps. Whoa, what are all these rift hounds? Huh, looks like they're collecting something. Oh, let's go check it out.
Fulfill our pact! Get to work! You two! Time to end! A little amuse-bouche! A burst of flavor! Light it up!
So, this is what they were... Yeah. What it...
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep together. These remnants form what you call God... What are you...
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you... She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's...
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Unlike you, I have no desire to... Now, can...
Okay. Right. The god remains. In our experience, god remains...
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards. The remains aren't just gone. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. Something similar happened in Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over.
Wait, you mean... the star?
Mm-hmm. 42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna, even should that individual fall. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely. Something has been leeching power from this world, like a parasite steals nutrients. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, there's no telling how far it could. No one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost, considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are
So you're gonna...
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this.
Well, great! You seem super strong and you know a lot about...
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction. You would do well to remember that.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier. Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then... Paimon's got it. Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul back. So, let's follow her. Whoa! This place is way bigger than Paimon.
This is where I live. I suppose it is. I brought you here because I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell in...
Ajax? So, a month here is equivalent to what?
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to now. We just need to figure out how to invest. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is... Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something...
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to... A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Where...
Dream mirroring?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, with dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my...
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even if to play it safe, I need to give you some special training first.
Wait, you're gonna teach her some of your... Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our senior?
Do as you want. For my part, you're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly keep up with her. So, special... Last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the Aldi...
Ready?
Bring it on!
Your training will be split into 3 stages. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred.
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right?
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, technique to use the human body as an analogy. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experience. Only then will you get the full utility out of all your
Wait, Is that it? Paimon thought you were gonna teach her some cool new moves. Like, when you went—
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even there are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. That's all I have to say. Time to make a Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
This is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase!
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath? Now take that, and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength. Over.
Step on up! Dance with the waves!
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair.
Ring cutter!
Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Huh. Looks like you've made some
Awesome! you could do it.
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of...
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very...
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked—
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a
Excuse me! You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that!
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing, but I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you—
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of... Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this...
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too.
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own.
Wait! Put on a coat at least, you'll catch a cold. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she—
Let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we...
The stars shimmer high above. Mountains as far as the eye can see. I can't be the only one asking. I'm sick of being a kid. But for now...
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run!
Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take them down!
Don't be scared. Ah!
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? What if we welcomed you with our finest food and drink? Showed you the best our home has to offer.
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination.
Remember the orders from upper command. No.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear—
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these— Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer.
Skirk, you're all right?
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It is—
What happened? You're bleeding a lot.
This is the place. Alert.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can! Don't! Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the— My clever girl, so curious. You're all—
Whenever you miss us, just play this song. Remember, life is a gift. Don't
break down the door! Look. You! Stop singing! Shut it!
I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. This time, the focus is elemental energy.
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night? Well, except for the fact that
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness the natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, abyssal power, yes. Also known as my master, Surtalogi, is a true expert in that area. After all, the elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from a keen observation trap. Call it respecting local norms. The abyss stands in direct it's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the Seven. So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power. But is purification really just thinking out loud? Let's focus on your elemental training. True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick. So, it's time to push yourself to the limit, and then keep. Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can. Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Windblade! Windblade!
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes.
Water jet!
Faster! Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that. You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy with it means your aspirations need no approval, so be bold. Do not be afraid to chart your own path. Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection, long enough for you to lose yourself in your training. Which is a good sign. Get some rest. When you wake up, we'll...
What is the secret to power? Longing, hatred, self-preservation. No, the fear of losing those you love. The fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt. That fear is now part of you. Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted.
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword anymore.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. After all, Bones can always... Good, Skirk. Once again, you survived.
Cold and pain.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential... But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you... Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh.
Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the finals. So, wanna head over now? Or did you wanna wait a little?
From your training so far, you have gained that's only part of it. Now, it's time to focus on how you're ready. Not bad. That defensive stance looks just like your brother. Huh, that reminds me. You still don't know...
Hey, no fair! That's cheating!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know, but you don't. You can choose your own path. We are not. Let's begin. Try to use reason. This is your final training session. Look alive. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus. Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is...
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak.
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and that's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your... You managed to push past your limits, which is a good...
Skirk is amazing. She
She got hurt though, didn't she?
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than...
Incredible. I wonder if I'll ever reach their level.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve...
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past, and become someone stronger.
Run! Skirk! Run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Let's see here. First things first, you going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How, as the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the...
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can...
You're awake! You must be starving, right? Ta-da! Of course you are! That's why... Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus...
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat.
Okay. It's Paimon's turn to sleep.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul. And our business. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. You and I may never meet again, traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's... Okay, not the angle I was expecting. I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that even with the dream mirroring. You should have seen nothing but endless darkness. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the star. No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. Several hundred years ago, my master, Surtalogi, opened the border between worlds. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. Okay. You have...
You make it sound so easy. But it's been years now, and I've still...
Well... Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever... So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. Children can't help but imitate their role models. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection. Wake up your companion. Oh, and everything I just told you.
Time to go. Oh, finally.
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It will take us to where he's hiding.
Show no mercy! Off to the freezer! Wait, this is near the chasm.
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now.
Don't worry, Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other... Oh, but,
All right. Remember your training.
just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this.
Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding place? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see it.
This should be the place where you were attacked, the missing part of your soul. Our opponent must have covered his track.
Hold on, look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room, so our enemy took part. From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Grayley Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer, whatever that actually means. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No. He couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of... Call it fate. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, I'll cope. Well, done gorging. How did you get the power of the all-devout...
Oh, of course!
I highly doubt you acquired that power through... You're desperate enough to which leaves one
Foul. Who dares call him foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than...
Just...
Look! It's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason. Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back? So we both got what we came for. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Has something to do with the all-devouring Narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. I know weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's met. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That is called the all-devouring Narwhal for a reason.
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, Rivulet mentioned...
Your dragon friend recognized the nature. It's a different story when it has no... But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. Exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both got what... And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again, you can get back to your own journey. I'll handle the rest of this situation myself.
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you
This isn't my first taste of failure, or losing...
But what if that plus? How are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go... So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. The bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that. I'll leave the planning to you.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where? Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baiu said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there! This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait. Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did she do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters.
You heard all that?
A sonorous.
Then, did you by chance...
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No. Sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't...
I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead.
Wait, what about you?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
Sleep? Ah, whatever. Let her tire herself out. Let's get some sleep, Traveler.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet
keep your gaze fixed on your blade.
Run! Skirk! Run! Only death awaits us here.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That bed was soaked. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night?
About 60%.
Oh, I'm
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. No, I need to meditate for the next...
Ooh, sounds...
Thanks. See you in 2 days.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days. Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Oh, wait! Be right back.
That's right. This isn't your first time here. But what you remember is... Actually, it's I only managed to break free and call it... Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first out... Oh, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a... But, as you can see, this river, and all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who...
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power.
The answer to one mystery invites another. Let's follow the river upstream. I've always thought that, even when, like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first knew... Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. Let's keep going.
Now have what it takes to wield it. No one can become a worthy...
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One...
Why do you do that?
I have told you before. Fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detect. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul, Surtalogi, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies to...
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The scope of his power is impossible to understand. Shall we keep going? We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk. When she first began...
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy...
Can I ask a question, Master? Why did you... I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. Before me, even fate bends the knee. So, I will teach you everything I know, train you by whatever means necessary, in the hope that one day...
From that day forward, all she knew was after some time, it was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart. We're nearly... I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds. This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child. There was so much to discover. It was a spaceship. Skirk's parents. Her relative. No one had any idea of what was to come. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Friends and relatives. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one. If Surtalogi hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have remained, left to... Because she and her people were seen as a threat. As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt to any... For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat. And it's senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death, no one wants to relive their most painful moments. Skirk is waiting over there. For both of us. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill...
So all this, just so you...
I have things to say to you. I want someone to witness our reconciliation. Even if it's her suppressed emotional self. All those rejected impulses. Those discarded aspects of your past self. I am who you used to be.
You're wrong. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and loss. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness.
Even so, learning from the mistakes, strip yourself of your so-called weak...
The difference is that I'm doing what is right. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose...
That is the problem! On the grand scale of the entire universe. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back, and let them grant you peace.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we need! Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken...
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the...
And look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity. And in doing so, now, the only things driving you forward are fear.
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing?
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you... To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, all those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt it.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be...
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but...
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many...
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always said, dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your son. I am not the dancing water. And you are not the...
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, I once asked my master. He said no. But in a war, that's why, after hearing an idea that, one day, I would create a new, but that means I must, yes. And not just because of the gap. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master I know. And it's not something I want. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear. Just like he said, I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me?
Oh, you're finally awake. Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both. You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot, and I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you—
Okay. So, Paimon feels like she's... But, whatever. Paimon brought back tons...
Alright. It's about time we finish.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But, having digested even— The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punch.
form the all-devouring Narwhal changed into? How come he... Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale...
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to them. He represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know...
Okay. Oh, Narwhal isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve... Bombs away!
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope. Mine to wield.
Water jet!
Beyond this world.
Water jet!
Annihilate. Into the void. Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you...
You saw that my body was at its limit. Such power. Such...
Skirk, Surtalogi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he...
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk.
Hundreds of years?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well. Take it. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I trained the sword harder than anyone else. Defeated. Over time, my heart hardened. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of... Yet, he always wore a smile. I still remember what he said to me when we first met.
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. But somewhere along the way, I felt... After his grand endeavor was successful.
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return.
All I can do is try.
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality...
Disciple?
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are...
Well, now...
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple. I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious...
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring Narwhal.
Your heart? That sounds like torture.
Because, of course, I bear the...
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel? Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into...
You're right. I should have known better, but I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
You're an interesting one as well. Surtalogi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. It can't have been an easy experience. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him, all the while standing ever out of reach. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. I will overcome it. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world, the joy of an artist uncovering a temple of wonders.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright. Yet you were able to read them from my blade, like a glimpse into my inner world. You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy, and my defeat brings me no regret whatsoever.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. A battle to end all battles. After which, all can come to an end. Including, perhaps, his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal. To complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps that is his goal. What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a...
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. The curse of immortality allows it all to coexist, but it does not remove the pain. Surtalogi once offered to free...
I can, but not. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness. The impurities will but it will be a time-consuming and painful process.
I have faith if we are climbers in the dark.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what it... And you, Scoffmonger, will be my witness.
Whew, it's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh, at least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time. Once again, we've proved there's... Wow! Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh, wait.
Yes. The power's...
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you even noticed there...
I suppose it's because the false stars, it's not real. And yet, even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. Time marches ever forward. Though we gaze upon a false sky.
Ugh. This has all gone ever since we met. She has filled time. If it's too big a job for one person, then we've met so many amazing friends.
I suppose when it comes... Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump it regardless. Reunions and one without war, pain. For this, we must all work to be... Goodbye, traveler. Remember...
Is it just Paimon? Or is she being nice? Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue.
Exploration and trial.